What's going on, Brookie Nation? How's everybody doing tonight? Today?
Hey.
Tonight? I don't know when you're listening to it. Maybe it's nighttime. Maybe you're in your car. Who knows?
Tomorrow.
My name is... Thank you for that. My name is the Mackie Mouse.
My name is Isla Sikorsky.
And we are your hosts for Storybrook Circus, a Once Upon a Time podcast. Thank you. Oh, no, please. Please sit. No, there's no need for that. That's okay. That's just perfectly. This is episode 33 of our humble show. We are getting close to 40, which is very close to 50. And that's crazy.
No.
Right?
Oh, that's intimidating.
I know. I'm saying.
I don't know how I feel about that.
And we are mid through our entire show rewatch of Once Upon a Time. We're on season 2, episode 10 today. Which is, again, we keep saying that it keeps blowing by so fast, but I feel like we really did just see the season premiere of season 2, and we're already on double digits for season 2, which is crazy. Like, isn't that wild? How did that happen?
I feel like this show is just going by so fast, and I still feel like at the same time we kind of just started yesterday, and now we're on this episode.
Do you understand?
33.
Do you know what yesterday was? February. That's when we started the show. We started the show
it's almost
in
October.
What? Like, we're going on a year, man. This is wild. And I think we've only missed 2 weeks out of the entire year. That's the other crazy part. We only missed like 2 releases. Or 3, maybe 3. Yeah, that's right. I didn't like stop to really think about that.
Wow, pat myself on the back. Oh my God,
the pats. Speaking of visual jokes, we got a YouTube taping right now. We always tape the beginning of our show on the tubes so that you guys can see our crazy antics. There's Bart. See
the fun.
There's a perfect example of why you should watch on YouTube. It was like to be planned that. That was like perfect timing. You flicked the light on and everything. That's kind of impressive. How are you doing? How's your day? How's your week since the last time we've spoken? What's going on?
Things have been good. I've just kind of been. It's fall in New England, so we're doing the fall things. We did pumpkins. Harper had her school field trip today. Bart got to be a chaperone. They went apple picking. That was so cute. Just getting ready for the spooky season. Booked an impromptu Disney trip. Who am I?
Oh my goodness.
That's about it up here. What's going on down there? Back to you, Mackie.
What's going on is at the time of this recording, it is a Wednesday, and at the time that this recording will drop, it will be October 1st. Which is... It
feels very like Christmas Eve right now for all Disney fans.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It is the 50th anniversary of Magic Kingdom's opening, October 1st, 1971. And there's quite a bit going on here, including and not limited to McDonald's Happy Meals. Like literally everything is just...
It's like popping off. I don't know. It feels so weird that it's actually... Here finally, yeah. We've been talking about it not so only long. As like a huge Disney fan, I've been thinking about this big happy birthday 50th birthday for so long, but then being so close to you for the past year where you've just been working on all of these different projects and now finally it's happening. I don't know, it's crazy because I just remember last year when you were like, oh, we're going to start getting ready for the real 50th stuff now. And we were still in the height of COVID. Mm-hmm. We're still in COVID, but you know what I mean? It was like, oh, what is it going to be? Is it still going to be, grand and miraculous? Spoiler, it is.
Yeah.
So that's really cool.
They pulled all the stops for sure. We've got brand new dedicated spectacular. We've got Main Street projections for the first time. We've got a brand new show on the Epcot Ball. We've got a new show in the Lagoon. We've got new stuff on the Tree of Life and the Tower of Terror. We've got new merchandise. We've got food. We've got there's new music. There's new parades. There's cavalcades.
There's everything.
Oh my God. And I just saw somebody, they wrapped Southwest airline airplanes.
Yes.
And there's like stuff inside, like literally everything is
because it's also Southwest's 50th anniversary too. How crazy.
Which is really, really wild. Yeah. So, there's a lot going on. And as I am in the middle of all of that, my department has been in charge of all of the video content that play on the icons not including Epcot because that is a light show. I don't know if you saw some sneak peeks of what that looked like. Some of the people started putting out a few of those videos, which look really, really cool. But we're doing, Tree of Life, the Tower of Terror, and, the Hollywood Tower Hotel, you've been told to say, and the castle, obviously, and Main Street. So it's been a lot. We've been working on it for 2 years, for 2 whole years, which is insane because we started working on the 50th celebration generic stuff. Not generic, but like the thing that happens at sunset, right? Where all of the icons kind of come to life. And then we've also, at the same time, been working on the spectacular, which is the fireworks show. So all of that stuff has all been happening, over the course of actually 2.5 years, really. And I've been involved in several stages of it. So it's just now that it's coming to this, like some parts of it are starting to die down, the actual content creation, but all of the hubbub around like getting the opening to happen is just really complex, and there's press events and there's shoots and there's commercials going and there's celebrities here and there's like all these things going on that has just been nonstop for so many months in a row that it's crazy that it's finally here, and it's kind of coming to an end and moving on into the next phase of things, because as we're getting into event season and New Year's is coming and we have a lot of cruise line things, obviously that are still unreleased, and it's just like so many things happening. But this current version of the race that we were doing to get to essentially Friday. So you might be actually listening to this. You might be listening to this on the actual anniversary, which is really crazy. That's really wild to me. That's not even like a real thing.
and right now at recording, people are gathered for the last show of Happily Ever After.
That is true. In fact, there is also, at the time of this recording, and in fact, in 2 hours from right now, there will be the first ever live stream of our first 50th thing. So Harmonious at Epcot is going to be live streaming on all of the Disney social media channels, which is very exciting. Our whole team is out there right now getting prepped for, or have been prepped all day for that today. Tomorrow, the 30th will be the first Enchantment live stream, and then on October 1st, also the press event, and then October 1st will be the big bang.
Day.
Yeah. So I'm kind of in the middle of a lot of hurry up and waits, a lot of, emergency phone calls. Oh my God, this thing's not going to happen. Okay, calm down. It'll be fine. Let's go figure it out. There's been a lot of that this week. Yeah. And so everybody's kind of burnt out. Myself, I mean, I'm not really burnt out. I am on 100 miles an hour, but I'm not like can't take it stage yet. I feel like it hasn't caught up to me. I've been thankfully shielded from a little bit of that, but that's really my whole world has been just absorbed with that literally. For the most part. So that's really all that's been happening with me. But next week will be interesting because it'll be the first show post crazy work time for me. So that'll probably be a very different update.
It probably won't be not crazy.
Or it probably won't be, knowing me. But you didn't come here for that. Although
enough about us. But yeah, let's talk about you.
Thanks for listening to our catch-up time. But yeah, we would like to talk a little bit of Once Upon a Time, which is why you came here in the first place. Since you're here, you might as well contribute, you oaf. Don't just sit there lazy on your butt doing nothing.
No free rides at SBC.
No free rides is right. We're just kidding. We have our first segment of the show. It's a segment dedicated to you called the Storybrooke Daily Mirror. The Storybrooke Daily Mirror is our fake newspaper that you, the listener, can totally contribute to if you'd like to be in a fake newspaper. Isla will tell you how to get there. Tell our friends what they've won.
Thank you so much for listening to our show. Please leave us a review on Apple Podcasts. 5-star review. You write words, we read them on the air. You write into our email. You have email. It's thesbcpod@gmail.com. You can also DM us on the Instagrams, the SBC Pod as well. And we have a phone number. You do not call to collect. It is not collect call. It's 207-536-8512. I will repeat that again, 207-536-8512. You can call or you can leave us text message. We will read on the air. Back to you.
I have questions.
Bye-bye.
Question 1. Can you please make TikToks of this character? Question 2, what is her name?
do not know. She is related to my cousin. My cousin is a Borat.
Do you follow Call Me Chris? Do you know who that is?
No.
So it's a girl. She has her normal self that she plays, but she plays like 10 or 12 characters, different characters. One of them is like a Russian lesbian who's always drinking wine, but has this. So she plays a toddler version of herself and the mom, who's like the normal version of herself. And then she plays a bunch of other people. But then she played this Russian woman who had a kid, and the two kids play with each other, and like the Russian one is really mean and aggressive and tries to get the other one to do like mean things. But the but the mom version, she kept developing their stories, and the mom version, the Russian one, eventually got with the normal one. And there was a whole storyline of like the two of them like telling their parents, and she's like really aggressive and was just like trying to kill people, and like it's really funny. But that voice reminded me of that.
I follow this girl Bobby. Well, her real name's not Bobby, but her fake name on TikTok is Bobby, and she has a daughter, and she talks like this.
Oh, you told us about that.
My daughter Richard.
Yeah, your daughter Richard. That's right. What is her name? I think it's.
This is very you remember like Fred and Colleen's character. What is Miranda with the lipstick? It was early YouTube.
Yeah.
Like big Jenna Marble days. Mm-hmm. All of those guys where they played those fake personas.
Those crazy, yeah. It's Call Me Chris is KALLMEKRIS.
I'm gonna have to look it up.
Oh, she's amazing. She's also gorgeous, and her
I love talking in accents.
Husband or boyfriend, yeah. So every single character that she does, so she does a Chad. She puts on these big giant iridescent surfer glasses, puts in a backwards cap, and I'm Chad. What's up, dude? Like she does like.
Oh my God, Pete Davidson. That's Chad.
Oh, Pete Davidson's Chad.
No, Pete Davidson is Chad from Saturday Night Live. That's his whole. That he has a whole thing.
Oh my God, I love it. Yeah, she's got a bunch. She's got like a local sheriff, big giant Tom Selleck mustache, always knocking on the door trying to date the normal version of herself, like trying to ask her out. And so it's so good. And the cool thing is that she kind of writes out stories, so they'll kind of continue on and pick up where the last one left off with all the characters.
I have talked in accents for as long as I can remember.
That's so funny.
And I don't know why. My dad accidentally talks in accents. He's one of those people where he will be talking to somebody with an accent. Try marrying into a Polish family and having your dad speak in an accent on accident all the time.
Oops.
It's mortifying.
Yikes.
But it is who my dad is.
That's amazing. I love that. I love everything.
But I will just randomly find myself slipping into an accent, and I'm like, why? It's not good. It's never it's never correct. It's just whatever I feel like. So there you go. Call into the SBC. We will read it on air. Much love to you from me, XOXO, or whatever you say, where you are from, how you say.
Oh boy. Okay, so. Now that you know how...
We have text message.
We need to give them names, though. That's important, because they all have... That's why I asked you why they have names, because all of Chris's have names. And it's really funny.
Svetlana says we have a text message. We will read text message.
Okay.
All right, so this is Amanda from St. Louis. She texted us, so we're going to read it on the air.
Oh, yeah.
I have the perfect sound bit for when our favorite podcasters, oh my God, that's us, go on personal tangents, which we all love. Thank you so much. Love that so much, Amanda. We need the theme song from the Golden Girls. Thank you for being a friend. So we did tease this last week.
Sure
and because we were so obsessed with it. We already recorded the first half of the show last week when we got this text message in, so we couldn't add it in, but we decided to add the sound in anyway. And what a great addition to our soundboard.
And it is not the whole thing, but we literally just were able to put in the snippet so as to not get copyright hit on YouTube, which, by the way, big fat sanction for Carmen Sandiego. They did not like that one.
No.
YouTube was angry with us for that, and I don't care. Here you go. The second world premiere of Amanda from St. Louis's lovely contribution to the Storybrooke Daily Mirror. Thank you very much.
Thank you for being a friend.
That's it. That's the whole bite. So that's going to be
it.
That's going to be
but
our personal tangent sound. So thank you, Amanda. Thanks again for the great. Talk about a contribution, not just the text message contribution, but literally contributing to our For Real show. Appreciate that. So I thought for a second you were trying to get my attention. So I was. My brain short-circuited.
I forgot that we're on YouTube, so there's really no point in me trying to be sly about this. Wow. Awesome for me. Excellent. I can't hear the sounds right now. I messaged you.
Oh, I thought I saw.
I can't hear them.
I didn't get a message.
Oh, no, I messaged you on Discord, so because I thought it would come across your screen.
Oh, see, so staff meeting guys. in order to record OBS correctly for YouTube, I have to minimize my Discord. So phone messages only. Yeah, okay. Well, let's see if I can quickly fix that. No, I cannot. Oh, I know why. Never mind.
That's fine. I just wanted it to be known.
I got it. All taken care of. Okay. Voicemail.
Thank God you're the first person that talks when we start the show, because I had no idea when we were supposed to come in because I could not hear the theme music.
Oh my God, really that bad? All right. Well, good to know. Good to know. We'll fix it.
So let me know when you do something. I'm like, you're deaf partner right now. I mean that.
This is some good.
Before I get myself in trouble.
That's not. Well, this gives you a little bit of insight into what it takes to run a podcast. Oh man. Thank you guys for loving us. We appreciate it because we are ridiculous. All right. Well, let's see if this works. It should. But we got this voicemail in. It's hilarious because of the way that her phone sounds, Google Voice, out of all of the people that call us, Google Voice has the hardest time transcribing this particular person's voicemails every time.
Jeff.
Yeah, Jeff with what was the thing with the chair? That was something. It was like, I don't know. Google Voice.
Today it's not Jeff.
It's not Jeff. In fact, it says, "Hi, it is parent." So let's hear from who I'm assuming, we haven't even played this yet, I'm assuming is Tanaran from Texas. So let's see.
It has to be Tanaran.
It has to be. All right, let's see.
All right, hi, it is Taryn. It's your favorite time of the show. It's when I call and tell you something kind of pointless, but also kind of interesting.
I love her voice.
So I'm actually a really big Alice in Wonderland fan. I've read Alice Through the Looking Glass probably over 20 times. I have a special edition book, whatever. And Lewis Carroll used to be one of my favorite authors, and I was always super, super obsessed with him. And so I did a whole entire three-part paper about him in college, which honestly now I realize is a hyperfixation, but whatever. But so y'all were kind of talking about how it's super trippy and all that stuff, and the hallucinations of sizes. But I didn't know if y'all knew this, but he was actually partially deaf, and so he had some issues with that. So that's why kind of hearing things and stuff like that is kind of involved. And he also suffered from a different type of neurological disease that caused him to hallucinate and think that things were bigger and smaller. So when Alice is shrinking or growing or things are shrinking and growing around her, that's because Lewis Carroll himself would also struggle with that. And that was just his day-to-day life, was seeing things bigger and smaller. And so that was kind of written into Alice in Wonderland. And now it's actually referred to as Alice in Wonderland syndrome. So super exciting. Just thought I would share that with you. Other than that, loving this show so far. It's really making my day go great. I listen to you guys on my way home from work and to work, so these longer episodes actually help me out a lot, because that means I have more positive things to greet me when I get to my car after a long day of teaching middle schoolers. And y'all, middle schoolers are mean. John Mulaney was not lying.
No, you're not wrong.
That's okay. It's okay. We're fine. I'm fine. But anyways, it was great catching up and telling you a little bit about Alice in Wonderland and all that good stuff. So hope you are having the best day ever, and I hope that you just continue on living your best life and making good life choices. All right. Bye.
I am so mad that I was never blessed with as cool of a teacher as Tanaran.
Right? Tell me about it. Tanaran, you're the best. Thank you for that lovely tidbit.
Hi, my little clean fishy.
Where is it?
We don't have not jammies.
Bingo and Blue, we don't have jammies?
What is her music?
Silly.
We little jammies.
Oh my gosh.
I forgot what sound effect we were going to use for her interludes. I'm so mad at myself.
The Bluey theme song.
Oh, I don't have it yet. Dang it.
But that's Harper's theme song.
All right, we'll just do that.
XOXO, Gossip Girl.
For now, Harper is Gossip Girl. And she just pops in. And that's fair, right?
Yeah.
That's good enough. Bluey. God, I got to write it down. All right, Bluey theme song. Ladies and gentlemen, Harper Jane, as we always do. We love us some Harper Jane. She's the best.
Thanks, boobs. Love you.
You will never not be a part of our show because I strongly believe in the amazing audience that we have to fast forward if they don't feel like listening to it.
If somebody ever told me to cut Harper Jane out of the show, I swear to God, I would find your phone and I would block our podcast from your device.
No one is definitely no one is telling you to cut Harper Jane. I want to be perfectly clear. Okay, down, Isla, down.
Will cut you. Absolutely no remorse.
Yeah, no.
I'm gonna let God fix it because if I fix it,
I'm going to jail. We like to do TikToks on the show. Quote them. I'm a
literally need a lobotomy.
We're a mess.
Somebody please scramble my fucking brain.
Can I
can't do
Can
this
I just
anymore.
tell you, there is no one in this world I would rather be more of a mess with on this podcast than you. We are the same. We are broken.
I can't believe I just lived past the time where people would look at women and be like, yeah, it needs to just, we're done with that one.
Yeah.
Like, thank God. Because if so, first of all, I would have been outed as a witch. No doubt in my mind. If I was born during the Salem witch trials, I'd be up there.
Sure.
During, Dorothy times, I would have been electrocuted. Like, I would have been...
Oh, like the 20s.
Electric shock therapy. Yeah, I don't think I would have made it in any other time period. I'm really glad that I have rights because I don't think that I would have had them back in the day.
Oh, my God. This is, yes.
Well, and I would have never found a suitor. If I was in like Bridgerton times, I would have been like, no. My mom would have been like, you're going to be courting forever because there's just no one out there for you.
You hang out in the closet up here in this thing.
I'd be like eating the cucumber sandwiches like in the tea room being like, is anybody going to show up for me? And my mom would be like, no, not today and not ever, Isla. You are so
not ever. Can I share a quick side story with you since something you said just reminded me?
Yeah.
I used to sing a lot when I was a kid. And like older kid, right?
Shocker.
So like pre-teen, I guess. Or like early teenage. And I was one of my mom's friends. We were in some group or a church thing. I don't remember what it was. But I was with one of my female friends. And it was like younger than questionable sexually active time, right? We're not talking about two 16-year-old friends who were like could be dated, right? It was young enough to be slightly inappropriate of a question. We would sing all the time, and we would do we were in chorus, so we would go out and do like barbershop quartet type of harmony type things as kids, right? And one of these adult friends came over and said to me and the female there, "Are you courting?" And my stupid ass heard chords in music. And I was like, oh, yeah, we do this all the time. And walked away with my whole chest out. Like, I was just like, oh, yeah, that lady, right? And, like, it took, like, a long time, like, several months later. Oh, my God, you started
a rumor in the church basement that you were courting this
to
child.
Be like, who the hell says courting, like, as a word, like, in the 90s or whatever this was? And I was like, what? Who talks like that? So it didn't even occur to me that someone was asking if I was, like, dating this girl. But I was, like, 11. So also I was like, that's a weird question to ask a kid. So I'm like, you obviously don't mean that. You mean, like, whatever stupid things in my head.
That floozy.
Yeah, seriously.
Like, who says that?
It was weird. It was a memory that I have.
She set you up for failure on that.
It was such a weird thing that I don't even remember the circumstance. I don't remember who it was. I don't remember anything except the event that happened and nothing else around it because it's just a weird thing that got locked away in my brain. Anyway,
literally no one ever asked me if I was dating someone. That's how weird I was as a kid. Like, nobody ever questioned, Isla's got a boyfriend. No, she definitely doesn't. She's wearing a Dale Earnhardt visor and hasn't brushed her hair in 8 weeks. She's not dating.
Oh my God. Oh, Lord have mercy. Guys, this is part comedy show, part TV podcast.
Unfortunately, none of this is comedy. This is my real life.
No, comedy is real life, Isla. That's the point.
I'm going to become a stand-up comedian.
You should.
I'm just going to talk about my childhood and people are going to be like, what the hell? And I'm going to be like, that was a normal Tuesday.
Literally every comedian who's ever been a comedian has made their fortune. So you would come after a long line of a legacy of amazing.
My parents would kill me.
Accomplished. I'm sure theirs did too. We went to a Taylor Tomlinson.
I'm traumatized, and my parents are like, "No, you're not," and I'm like, "It's the remix."
We went to a Taylor Tomlinson concert on Friday last week, and shout out Taylor, amazing. She's amazing. She has the special on Netflix, the like 20-somethings whatever.
Oh yes,
the blonde one. And half of her show was about her dead mom who died from cancer. It was so dark. It was so dark. And she kept having to be like, guys, it's okay. She's in heaven and I'm rich. It worked out. It's okay now. Like, it was so, life comedy. I think you're a shoo-in. Taryn, let's get back to you. This voicemail, outstanding. Love it. Love the little education that you gave us on Lewis Carroll. I knew none of those things.
Knew none of it, and that is so interesting.
It's super. She's always coming with the bops, like straight up facts. You know what I mean? Like, this is not the first time.
She's a middle school teacher.
I mean, yeah. And middle schoolers are mean, so the hell with them.
They're the absolute worst.
Particularly 2021, like the 2020s. Middle schoolers are not the same as the early 2000s middle schoolers.
There is no worse age range for me from 10 to 14.
Oh, yeah. Well, I think
really
every
think
generation.
We need to send them all away and just come back when they're
you're older. Yeah.
15.
Yeah, for sure.
10 through 14, I can't.
Just get out of here. 100%. I agree.
That's coming up for me. I got some time, but I'm a little nervous, but
I wouldn't be too concerned.
I am extremely concerned. I remember myself 10 through 14. As I just said, I was wearing a Dale Earnhardt visor and didn't brush my hair. So
yeah, but look how cool you are now. Neither did Hermione, and she's the baddest witch of all time.
I thought wearing a visor omitted me from having to brush my hair.
Guess what? I just kind of processed in my brain. There
are multiple pictures of me from that summer, whatever summer that was, summer of 2000, 4 or 5, where it's me with a rat's nest on my head and a visor.
Listen,
and every time I'm like, Lorene, why did you let me out of the house like
why
that?
Did you?
You told
I blame
me.
You.
You told me that you did not. That was the battle that I was just not willing to fight. I'm like, okay.
Let me tell you something.
Why are you logging onto Facebook right now?
Because I need to show you.
No, I'm so scared.
I need to show you a picture of me that will be relevant to this conversation. It won't let me fucking sign in. There's a picture of me currently on my Facebook wearing a visor and fake colored contacts in high school, because that was me. Had spiky hair, not spiky, but like I was curly. It was curly, not spiky.
Did you have frosted tips?
I did. It was also 2000.
We're signing off.
It was 2002.
This is absolutely not.
Now I will say, she's literally closing windows on her computer.
This is disgusting. Frosted tips.
I can tell you that I did it one time. I never did it again after that. It was the time during the visor.
Your mom is too cool for that. Why would she allow such?
So here's why.
Under her roof.
Here is why. She said, "You'll see." And she did it and went, see? And then I never did it again. So that was the old stories of moms being like, oh, my mom caught me smoking a cigarette one time and made me smoke a pack and I never smoked again. That's what she did to me.
She's a smart woman. Okay,
yeah,
fine.
She literally, and I did it and I said, I get it. I wanted to, it was the experimental phase of my style, my own personal fashion. And I was like, I'm not being narrow-minded about this. I'm not being stubborn. I just want to see. I want to make my own like visual decision of like whether or not it would work, and I want to know why it doesn't. If it does, maybe I'll discover something out of this. And I was like, I discovered I fucking hate this. So
did you shave your head?
No. So I think it was long enough where it was going to be cut anyway, which is why I kind of did it. So,
okay.
And then I started experimenting with other things, which is also in that same Facebook album. It's the oldest Facebook album I have in there, where I would start like doing different versions of curls to figure out what I liked.
I really think that's okay. For some reason, I draw a line at frosted tips.
Well, it was okay. I was could never tell anyone, literally anyone. But I was because I was into music, I was really into like Hanson and NSYNC and Justin Timberlake and like which in the late 90s and early 2000s, that was everywhere. It was like big puffy jackets and like really baggy jeans and Frosted Tips giant ball chains. I did all of those things at least once to see like why the celebrities were so liked doing that, and I was like, this is not for me, which is fine. You know, I did the skater shoe thing, I did the freaking black nail polish, I did every version of whatever was out there just to figure it out. And of course I couldn't tell anyone because if you liked NSYNC, it was over for your whole as life, just as a guy.
Oh my gosh, really?
Your childhood was over. Yeah. I got made so much fucking. Someone stole my CD player out of my hand and opened it, and the Hanson Middle of Nowhere CD was in there, and I was never talked to again. It ended my middle school career. I was like, what?
Changed schools that year.
I don't even listen to Mbop. I listened to all the rest of the songs on the album, and nobody cared. And I stand by that, by the way. Hanson is amazing. Please listen to them now, and you'll find that they are actually exceptional musicians.
I did Hanson in show choir in high school. I've been thinking
They're
about
freaking
something
great.
Other than you.
They're great, and they come to Epcot every year, and they freaking blow the roof off the place, and I'm like, it's crazy that they're that good. Anyway.
Yeah, I do actually hear that they pop off.
Oh, it was one of the best concerts.
In Epcot.
It was one of the best concerts, I think, of that season, for sure. I'm still trying to figure out what my goddamn Facebook password is. Anyway, there are pictures of me with various strange hairstyles, and visors were a part of that fashion, so don't you worry, because you were not alone. And figures that we would be weird twins in that respect.
So weird. Who's wearing visors?
Us, apparently. Did you ever wear it upside down?
No.
I didn't go quite that far. That was a big thing in the like weird popular LFO, the like summer girls, like though that video, I think one of them is wearing an upside down visor. Dude, the 90s and early 2000s was a weird time for fashion. Yep, that was one of them. I did do dreads.
This is an album called
YouTube just saw
Newer
that.
Hair Dreadlock Edition.
Yes, because my new hair, that is the sequel of, was me relaxing my hair for the first time, because I have very curly Spanish hair, and I pin straight relaxed it for a long time, which is how it grew to dreadlock length. None of this has anything to do with Once Upon a Time, but I bet it's pretty funny to the people listening. Oh, speaking of which, part of your voicemail was talking about our longer episodes, and this is the hell why they're so long. And I hope that you enjoy going to and from work listening to the podcast part of our podcast, which is just us talking. Thanks for coming back.
It's me now just creeping Mackie's Facebook.
Oh, yeah, she sure is. And everyone on YouTube can see you doing it, too. So here we are.
Well, I'm being transparent. I'm telling you what I'm doing.
You are, and I kind of invited it. But if you go to the very, very first, I think hilariously the album is called Boom Shakalaka, I believe. Is probably...
okay. You're actually okay. All right. Yeah, got you.
Yeah.
This is not. What? That's not you.
Oh my, yeah. So
who can tell me where in Bay Ridge this?
Oh God, those are really old pictures. Okay, we'll do that offline so that it's not.
Okay.
It's very
Fine.
much. Those are all visual jokes.
All these random people. Okay.
But yes. Anyway, that is Tanner Ann. Thank you for loving our long tangents. You validated the way we run our show. And you also come back, like, giving us things, too. Like, I learned something today.
She understood the assignment.
She sure did. We need that sound on here. Why is that sound not on here?
I understood the assignment. No, because I really...
That's why, because I want to die every time I hear it. I can't. I'm sorry. I can't. Listen.
I'm a little lad that loves berries and cream. I cannot get off berries and cream TikTok. I want to die. I'll be listening to an audio and it'll be like, she had them apple bottom berries and cream. And I'm like, no, why did you do this to me?
God, why did you do this to me?
I get caught off guard.
Well, I think we're done at the Storybrooke Daily Mirror, so there you go. Extra.
What are we doing? We're doing a podcast.
We're doing a podcast about Once Upon a Time, which is an ABC show that aired 10 years ago, almost to the day. 20 somewhere. Yeah. We're less than a month away now from the 1 year.
We're coming up on the 1 year mark.
1 year. The 10-year anniversary. And also the
day. We're talking about season 2, episode 10, Queen of...
Incorrect.
We're not talking about that.
We wrote the notes incorrectly. Queen of Hearts was episode 9. The correct title of the episode is The Cricket Game.
You thought that was me messing up. That was actually me promoting last week's episode, season 10.
So season 2, episode 10 is actually called The Cricket Game. God, I love this. The character backstory, oddly, is for the first time 3 people. They claim that it is Snow White, Prince Charming, and the Evil Queen. I'm like, you can't just list everybody who talks in the episode. But all right, I guess the backstory is all 3 of them for some reason. And this
the royal family. That's
sure.
what they should have said the background.
The royal family. This episode aired on January 6th, 2013. We're in a new
My graduation year.
And it's also the first episode back from the winter break. So that'll be also interesting to see kind of how they place things that happen in the show and everything. It is written by David H. Goodman and Robert Hull. Are we interested in what they did before? I guess we should look.
We've seen David H. Goodman, and it is an ampersand, so that means they wrote it together.
Oh, inside baseball. Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm a huge TV guy.
You're like
I'm
a huge TV guy.
While he's looking that up, it was also directed by Dean White, and we've seen Deanie before. We know him well because he is
the original shipper, right? Yeah, the matchmaker. So let's do both at the same time. Dean White was Snow Falls. David H. Goodman was Price of Gold. Dean White did True North. That is Hansel and Gretel. David H. Goodman and Dean White both did What Happened to Frederick. So this is not the first time they've worked together either, which is cool. Dean White did Heart of Darkness, which is attorney Mr. Gold being the attorney to Mary Margaret and all the theatrics with the court. Dean White did The Stable Boy. And David H. Goodman and Jane Espenson together did An Apple Red as Blood, which was the one before the season finale. Sorry, is that the red one? No, it's not the red one. That's the one, the 2-parter season finale, when Snow actually gets poisoned. And then Dean White did the season finale of season 1.
Okay.
A Land Without Magic. Have they? I think this is the first time we're seeing them. Nope. Dean White was We Are Both. So Dean White's already done one this season, and now we're just the 2 of them, Dean White and David H. Goodman, together for the first time. David H. Goodman's first one for this season 2. So last week we had 9.1 million. Is that correct? 9.1 million and 9.1 million? Hold on.
The same people showed up? No way.
Yeah. 9.1 for both. Wow.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Looked like a typo, but it wasn't. So let's talk about what all these 9.1 million people saw. Let's see. Regina is accused of murdering one of the town's most beloved characters. But only Emma senses that she may be innocent. So I guess we were setting up in the last one that she was ostracized and then all of a sudden she's suspected of murder. I don't know.
Suspicious.
Meanwhile, back in the fairy tale land that was, after capturing the evil queen, Snow White and Prince Charming. What? After set about stupid. After capturing the evil queen, Snow White and Prince Charming set about planning their public execution in order to rid the land of her murderous tyranny. This is written terribly. Anyway.
So basically they're planning to kill the queen.
Yes. So Snow White and Prince Charming captured the queen and now they're planning her execution. So this must have taken place after... I skipped this part of the production notes because I didn't want to talk about it, but now I do. I guess this takes place after Lady of the Lake and before a future episode we haven't seen yet, which is episode 3. So the continuation of episode 3, which is Lancelot and King George poisons Snow White, and the only antidote lies in the Lady of the Lake waters. Remember that?
Yeah.
And this is when what's his name? His mom gives up her life, and then they get married. It's that.
Yep, David's mom. Got it.
And it says the Storybrooke events happen, in order. So cool. Now we can get into production notes. Production notes. So, production notes is when we talk about our behind-the-scenes little trivia things and other random production-related notes. I hate myself. Sometimes your brain just goes, just do it. It's just fine.
Let's get into it.
All right. I'll take the first one.
So the title card.
What is the title card?
It's my turn to talk. The title card features Pongo. That is Archie's Dalmatian, 101 Dalmatians. I'm really not sure why we gave the cricket the dog, but whatever.
Yeah, I guess that is. Was it just to get Pongo in there?
I guess.
I wish Roger was in it. Wouldn't that be cool if Roger from 101 Dalmatians was in it randomly? This episode marks the first appearance of several Enchanted Forest characters in the second season, at least. We see the Blue Fairy, Jiminy Cricket, Granny, Sneezy, and Grumpy for the first time in the Enchanted Forest together.
Oh, in the Enchanted Forest. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
But didn't we see Granny in the Enchanted Forest with the wolf? No, we didn't.
No.
We didn't, because she was already gone. She was already out of the house. That was okay.
Oh, we have some abandoned ideas. Concept artist John Gallagher created concept art of a burning 4-legged armored creature known as a guardian fire lion.
That sounds cool, though.
For the episode, but this idea did not make it onto the screen.
John
if somebody
Gallagher.
Presented something to me and said guardian fire lion, I'd be like, next.
Really? I think that sounds
good.
cool.
They should have. I don't think they presented it well. It would have been cool, but the presentation was lame.
Yeah.
So it didn't fly.
0 out of 10. How about some hidden details? The two swans gathered by Hook's ship in the beginning of the episode.
The Hook was showing.
Yeah.
I forgot the boat.
They are a reference to Emma's last name and a subtle foreshadowing of their future relationship.
Oh my God, why is the production notes dropping bombs on us like this? As if it wasn't obvious enough when he was trying to sleep with her during their battle.
Actively. Oh,
jeez.
Nice.
Reused actor. That's a weird name for it. Nick Hunnings, who portrays the prison guard, also portrays Jack in the season 6 episode.
We're not in season 6. This is stupid.
You know what? Anyway.
Doesn't matter.
In the opening scene, Hook is shown from behind, standing on a yard while holding on to it with his left appendage and looking at the town while his...
say Hook.
While the...
Stupid. Who wrote this?
It's really hard reading comprehension. I don't think I'm smart enough for this.
It's not
and looking at the
smart.
town while the camera zooms in on him. The camera then zooms in on his face as his hair is blowing. It's a lot. Blowing in the wind. Hook then grabs a rope that was next to the mast, hangs onto it, and jumps to the deck below. This is exactly the same as Captain Jack Sparrow's introduction in Pirates of the Caribbean, The Curse of the Black Pearl.
I mean, they're being so detailed about it because they
so
shot
many words to say that this was shot like Pirates of the Caribbean.
It was done shot for shot, which in film is not only difficult, but it is unmistakable. Like, you don't do that by accident. So it also has to be very carefully plotted out if you're doing a real true homage like that. So all of those little details do kind of mean something and would be this is a major high five filmmaking moment when you can do it execute it that well. So I think that's why they put so much extra emphasis on the camera zooming and the way his hair is, because the way that was shot originally was all purposeful. That first reveal of a character or something that's supposed to really inform something behind what's happening and not just be here's a guy, is done. That is the true art of filmmaking, is all of those things have to even moving a camera, pushing in or pulling out means something, and the way that how dramatic it is and all that other stuff. So to pay homage not only to another pirate in the Disney universe as well, and then done in that way, especially attaching, I think, Hook to Captain Jack Sparrow, which is a similar kind of charm and misdirection, especially this version of, I think this is important because this version of Hook for the very first time is played character-wise most like Jack, who's you never really know whose side he's on. Sometimes he actually is really helpful. He's not always a villain. Sometimes, and he's always a kind of charming, always looking out for himself, always about the ladies. And this is the first time Hook's ever been portrayed like that. So to make a parallel to Captain Jack Sparrow, who is also the same property, for ABC and Disney, I think is really smart and cool.
Yeah, I think it's going to be really cool to look at.
Yeah, totally. We have Use It Again. We have something reused here. The banner at Emma and Mary Margaret's welcome home party from being in the Mulan Enchanted Forest. It's the same one that's used in Mary Margaret's apartment after she's released from prison and no one wanted to be friends with her. That was in the episode The Return in season 1.
I like that because I think that fits my idea of Mary Margaret, where she like saves gift bags and stuff.
Yeah.
And, like, like things like that. And like she like pulls them out. She's like, oh, look, I have something for this. Don't worry. You don't need to go to the store.
That's so
my
funny.
Image of Mary Margaret in my head.
That's so funny because I am curious as to whether or not it is, because it says it just has Emma's name added to the bottom, which I wonder if that was like the prop department was using it again because it made sense, or they actually made it look like she reused the welcome home banner.
I think it's going to be like she reused
it because that would be so cute.
The most sense.
Oh God, I love that. I can't wait for that. Oh my God. We're up to, wait, hold on.
It's my segment.
No. We're not going to do that.
Oh, no. Okay, wait. All right. Yeah, we're going to skip around. We have a Use It Again.
Because it's out of order, yeah.
The Evil Queen's battle outfit is the same outfit worn by her counterpart when the latter attacks. Oh, this is future.
Yeah,
things.
I forgot this. That's same episode, too, which is weird that this referencing the same season 6 episode. Yeah, we haven't talked about that character yet. Sorry. I apologize in advance because I may have pasted something into some stuff into our notes this time that I didn't vet out. So sorry if we seem a little bit like wonky.
We do have one more. No, we're not going to talk about that. Use It Again either. Okay. Anyway, we're going to go into the other best segment of the show, brand info.
Perfect. I'm just going to paste this in real quick. And now, oh shoot, wait, sorry. Hold on. There we go. I put that in the wrong place. Got it. And now, brand info.
Emma is wearing an Isabelle Marant El Trois Audris cardigan, no longer available. The same cardigan was worn by actress Maya Rudolph on the way back premiere at the Sundance Film Festival in January 2013.
Can I just say you nailed that pronunciation? I am so impressed.
That's definitely not how it's pronounced.
I don't care. It sounded so good. I went with the confidence, though. It was like really... let's see. The black coat worn by Regina at the docks, which Cora wears a replica of when she impersonates Regina. Oh, I wonder what that's about. It's a Zara coat with buckles, which is sadly no longer available. Regina also wears the same coat in what I think is a future episode called Tiny.
The same coat was worn by character Rachel Berry in the Glee episode
oh my gosh.
New York. Oh, that one's a fun one.
Heck yeah. Emma's gray leather jacket is a supple leather jacket. That is an odd way to describe it. That's not even a description. That's the name of the jacket. It's supple leather jacket from Helmut Lang. No longer available. Sad.
When Regina is interrogated at the sheriff's station, she's wearing a pixel suit jacket from Helmut Lang. No longer available. She also wears this garment in The Name of the Brother and Straight On Till Morning in the season 6 episode 3 Boating Patterns.
That's ill boating. This is why we don't capitalize the I in Isla's name. That's why.
I thought it was a fucking Roman numeral.
No, but I can see why you'd think that. This is literally why we don't capitalize her name. The last one we have here. That same jacket. It was also worn by the character Laurel Lance on the show Arrow in the episode Suicide Squad. And Robin on How I Met Your Mother in the episode Stamp Tramp. Same jacket worn by all three lovely ladies. Ladies, you are queens, and we love all of your brand choices. Thank you.
We have been absolutely bodied by these production notes today.
Seriously. Okay.
Never coming back from it.
Nope.
We're moving on. That was production notes.
Everyone's never going to listen to us again.
Production notes.
That was the last production notes of all time, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so now we have a segment we haven't really been able to do for a little bit, at least significantly, where we talk about the lost Easter eggs in the show in a segment called What's in the Hatch. Edward Kitsis and Adam Horowitz, our wonderful leaders of Once Upon a Time, the creators of Once Upon a Time, they were executive producers on Lost, and so they hid a bunch of Easter eggs in the Once Upon a Time episodes. And this week we have 2 of them. We have one that's the numbers are pretty common, right? So we have there's a number on a door in the corridor outside Archie's office, the number 4. That's a Lost number from, the numbers on Lost. But one of the real cool specific ones from this episode, the evil queen is told that the battle is lost, and her response is, "Don't tell me what we can or cannot do." Now, any of you who are Lost fans out there,
don't tell me what I can or cannot do.
Don't tell me what I can't do is what is repeated by John Locke on the episode of Lost, or on the whole show. Actually, I won't even spoil it because it's kind of, it's not really a spoiler.
I feel like it's
really
in the
big,
pilot. I don't think I know, but
oh, it's not in the pilot. Actually, it's actually not until his backstory episode.
It's actually in season 2.
No, it's in season 1. It's just in his backstory episode because it's in Walkabout.
Oh yeah, Walkabout, when you find out why he's
like 10 or 11. Yeah.
Why he's on the plane, but it's big.
Anyway,
he
Locke's entire story revolves around pushing the boundaries of your own personal, kind of boundaries that you set. And so his character grows spiritually and physically because he never, lets things tell him no, lets things tell him that he can't do something. He always kind of pushes through that. So he's always yelling at people. He's like, "Don't tell me what I can't do," even in flashbacks and in modern day. So to hear the evil queen say that is going to be real funny because that is Locke's thing. Like, he says it so much in the entire show. It's like his whole, mantra. So yeah, that is those are the 2 things in the hatch. So if you hear this sound, then we will try and call out when those things happen in the show. And now it is our watch party time. We have a few features of our watch party we'd like to point out. We have our drinking bell. If you hear that bell, then we play a little weird drinking game that we kind of make up during the show of random things that happen. Sometimes when people use magic or say certain phrases, so we'll try to point those out as much as we can. We also have a little drink clink, which is kind of an homage to our production notes and anything that we've talked about previously to look out for, but stuff that's not necessarily a drink. I'm kind of wondering, should we just, since we have so few of them during the show, should we just eliminate the clinks and just make everything a drink bell?
I mean,
because at this point we don't
I would say yes.
Yeah, we don't have enough to just be like, oh, that's a nod. Like, just drink. Who cares? And you don't have to drink alcohol. I am today. My drink of choice is Chewy Chips Ahoy cookies.
Love it.
Not sponsored.
We do not discriminate against your drink of choice. So anything that you want.
Anything you want to put in your mouth. We had Cheez-Its one episode. We do water occasionally. Sometimes I actually drink an alcoholic drink during the show, if we're lucky. I also have, let's see if I can do this right. We have this sound, which is the play pause sound. I don't know why I said it like that. That's what my button is named, play pause.
We literally can't talk.
I can't
today.
function. What is happening? This is the sound that I use to indicate that I am starting and stopping the show playback, so that if you're following along, you can kind of hear when we're starting, if we're talk over stuff or whatever. If you happen to be watching along with us, you can kind of sync up. And we also have a friend of the show who loves to make it well known when we have talked over a moment or we need to reinvestigate a moment. Ladies and gentlemen, Will Smith.
Yeah, it's rewind time.
Will Smith.
Thanks, Will.
The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air would tell you anytime that we have to rewind. And then that way, we're like, all right, we're going to go back and we're going to figure something out. We got to, maybe that affects our MVP choices at the end of the show. So that, I think, is everything. We have several fun sound effects. Oh, there's one I think we haven't debuted yet. If we need to be particularly thankful. I don't think we've done that one yet. So we'll have to find a portion of the show.
A place for it?
Yeah, for sure. Let's see. We have to use, we're going to do a scavenger hunt this time. Where in the show we're going to use these. I want to try and use all of them.
We need to use Jessica Day today.
We need to use Jessica Day. We need someone to get a Wicked Burn, right? We need to use that.
Yep.
Law and Order. We need a moment that needs like a these are their stories. Or do we do that do I do that for my title? These are their stories now. Well, okay, Law and Order sound for the show. then we'll hopefully someone will make an entrance, so we'll use that one. But we need something to be thankful for. We need someone to walk in the woods.
Yep.
And we need to, at some point, go on a tangent about something that happens in the episode so that we can be thanked.
Use our new sound.
For being a friend. So hopefully we'll be able to find all those moments. I will check them off as we go. Also, let's see if we can find a sad one, too.
Like we need to say the title of the show. Where did the title come from?
Okay. I have to make sure I can
get ready for it.
Okay, here we go.
This is a debut.
I have to... What, of the effect? Is it?
Yeah, it is. I'm pretty sure.
I mean, we worked on it on the show the other time. It was like
this is the official.
Okay,
that was the
test.
What's it called? Dress rehearsal.
That was a dress rehearsal. Yeah, there we go.
That was Tech Week. This is the real deal.
I have to do this blind because I haven't set it up already. So I'm gonna hope that it works. Here we go. This is going to be the moment, but I'm going to make sure to disguise who says this, so we have to figure out who's going to say it.
Then I'm going to guess who says it.
Okay, here we go. You ready? Here's the line we're looking out for, which is the titular line of the show. I love that word. For the cricket game. Here it is.
It may take some work, but this cricket will chirp.
I think it's Cora.
All right. Hold on. Hello. There we go. Sorry. That's really
it needs to be lower.
It was supposed to sound like this.
Okay.
Yeah. I told you I didn't say okay.
It may take some work, but this cricket will chirp.
I think it's Cora.
Nice. I'm actually gonna save this into the profile so we have it for next time. Because I don't want to not do that again. Great.
Time to watch the show.
Time to watch the show. Ladies and gentlemen, Season 2, Episode 10, The Cricket Game.